Hey, I'm Don, and welcome to the 10x Rule book reading, the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time. Reading from the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. Awesome book. Incredible insights in every chapter. Today, we're reading chapter 12, which is Obsession Isn't a Disease, It's a Gift. This is chapter 12, the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. Yeah, I'm a little tired today, so I actually had to look at it. Been a long day. Chapter 12, Obsession Isn't a Disease, It's a Gift. 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. If you haven't bought the book, buy the book. It'll help you 10x your life. Just saying. In chapter 12, he talks about obsession as a good thing. And how, we in society are trained and programmed to believe that obsession is a bad thing. But if you think about anybody who achieved any level of greatness, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, Elon Musk, they were obsessed with something. You don't achieve greatness without being obsessed with something to be great about, And he talks about in the book how we're conditioned as people to not want to strive for anything other than average. See, when you're obsessed about something, it compels you and it drives you to set goals and follow up those goals with actions that are above the norm, above average. And there's a whole lot of systems and institutions and industries that rely on you being average, below average. Politicians, mainstream media, government, powers that be don't want a population of people who are obsessed with greatness. They'd much rather have you satisfied with being normal, living average, and waiting for a handout, waiting for them to come save you, which they will never do. They'd much rather have you sitting around waiting on them for your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. They'd much rather have you sitting around just biding your time, waiting for them to give you your life, your money. They want to control people. They don't want people believing in greatness. Be obsessed about something. We have all these role models in life. And again, I name athletes because they're the easiest thing to think about as role models. Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, again, Jordan, Dr. J, Julius Erving, think of some of the greatest sprinters in history, I'm thinking about Ben Johnson, but, he kind of shot steroids on the way to greatness, but that's how obsessed he was with greatness. Ben Johnson was so obsessed with greatness is that he loaded up on the juice to run the fastest time in history until they said, no, you can't do that. But this chapter is about being obsessed about something. You don't think Steve Jobs was obsessed? We are where we are today with the cell phone technology, with the iPhone and the Mac, and because of a man named Steve Jobs who got obsessed with the idea of everyone having a cell phone in their hand, everyone having technology in their hand. That's the value of being obsessed with something in such a positive way that it leads to great action, And so that's something that is discussed here in chapter 12 of the 10x Rule by Grant Cardone. Obsession isn't a disease, it's a gift. Obsession isn't a disease, it's a gift. Get obsessed about something. You know why I'm sitting here today? Because I got obsessed about something. What I got obsessed with was laughter. See, I was going through this PTSD, this traumatic thing in life. I was down and out on my mom's couch. I didn't want to do anything except drown my sorrows and just wait for the day to go away. I didn't know what I was going to do. I turned on this silly late night cable comedy variety sketch show which featured cheesy B movies, hot babes, and humor. That show got me obsessed to go live life again because that show helped me laugh and entertained me. So I got inspired to go get obsessed about entertainment and laughter and being around Bikini Babes, because part of the show's cachet or entertainment value was it always had these funny, cheesy, hot bikini babes. So the next thing you know, I'm in the modeling world because of that. I got obsessed with the whole world of the Bikini Babes and B movies and humor because something got in me and inspired me with a life to live life again. So I got obsessed with it. I got so obsessed with it, I packed up my suitcase with $200 and a one-way ticket. And I'm still here today because I got obsessed. I lived in a model house with a bunch of bikini models because I was so obsessed with learning the tools, the tricks of the trade of working with bikini models. So I lived in a house full of them. Then I became a bikini wrangler. I worked on B movie projects. Worked on some good blockbuster projects, but I worked on a lot of B movie projects because it was the B movies and that inspired me. They got me obsessed. So I wanted to learn how to make fun, entertaining, profitable B movies like Roger Corman, like Donald G. Jackson, who I ended up working with. The guy who I was on my couch, down and out, not wanting to live life again. I'm watching Donald G. Jackson's movies, and then one day I'm working on a set with him as his second unit director because I got that obsessed. I got that driven. I followed the goal of being there with actions to be there. That's what obsession does. That's what getting obsessed does. And I'm here today because of it. I've enjoyed a life I never even imagined. Forget about imagine possible. I never even imagined, Bikini Wrangler? I didn't even know, what is that? Well, yeah, you're the Bikini Wrangler. You're going to make sure all the models check in on time, get fitted right. You're going to go through and make sure they're up to, standard, blah, blah, blah. Bikini Wrangler? You mean you're going to pay me to show up at the beach at sunrise, eat breakfast with the dolphins, and then line up a bunch of hot body models and make sure they have on the right bikini? Okay, I didn't go to college for that. I went to college for economics. Meanwhile, I'm standing on the beach going, you can't wear that bikini because it's showing too much. It's not enough bikini for television. Go crazy, So I've worked for high-profile bikini models. I got obsessed with the whole bikini lifestyle, Bikini Babes, because I saw that's where success was that I wanted, because that industry, that lifestyle is second to none. Those people are such great positive people to be around. So I got obsessed with it. So I worked on projects that were all about B movies, questionable storylines, but hot babes and humor. Bouncy bikini babes who could act and be talented, at least say the lines and be talented, But I got obsessed with that. It pulled me into it. The obsession pulled me into it. And I've succeeded because of it. You can succeed being obsessed with something. Just ask Tom Brady. You don't think he got a little bit obsessed? Huh? Yeah. You don't get to be the GOAT without being obsessed. So, again, obsession isn't a disease, it's a gift. Obsession isn't a disease, it's a gift. Get obsessed about something like Steve Jobs did. Get obsessed about something like Larry Bird did. Get obsessed about something like John Stockton did. Get obsessed about something like Wayne Gretzky did. It's okay to be obsessed. Don't let the world tell you can't be obsessed. The world's idea of obsessed is twisted in the first place. That's why the world, oh, don't be obsessed, because the world's idea of obsessed is sick and twisted. No, you want obsessed that achieves goals and achieves greatness. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to read a quote from this, and because I didn't want to take too much time with this, but this chapter really, you know, it got personal to me because I realized I got obsessed. Getting obsessed saved my life. And it says it here, what if the only thing standing in the way of your greatness, what if the only thing standing in the way of your greatness was that you just had to go after everything obsessively, persistently, and as though your life depended on it? Well, it does. Well, it did. I went after it obsessively, persistently, and I benefited every step of the way to having a life I never even dreamed. I didn't know that it existed. You can work with Bikini Model, you could work in TV, work in movies. I was just a person from the Midwest sitting there with a remote control watching people do that stuff. I didn't know that was something you could actually achieve until I got inspired to get off my mom's couch to go live life again. And that inspiration got me obsessed to be like them. I want to do what they were doing. I want to be like them because they inspired me to get off my mom's couch to go live life again. So I got obsessed about wanting to be like Gilbert Gottfried and Rhonda Shear on USA Up All Night. And thanks to them, thanks to getting obsessed to wanting to be like them, I followed a path and a journey which led me to working with the same directors that they were featuring on their show, from the same movies, because I got obsessed about it. What if the only thing standing in the way of your greatness was that you just had to go after everything obsessively, persistently, and as though your life depended on it? Well, it does. Go get obsessed about something. 10x your goals and 10x the actions. Get obsessed about it as if your life depends on it, because maybe it does.